Hello, welcome to the stream. I am Nova Crusader, and I am joined by PascalSaucer.
Hello.
And today, we drive trains.
What's the laugh for?
I don't know, I thought it was kind of silly to constantly say, today we drive trains, when we do it every week.
Ain't no way.
No way.
Derail Valley stream and we drive trains? Ain't no way.
So bizarre.
That's crazy talk.
Welcome to Tommy, Daniel, and Dog.
Hello, everyone.
Can't believe we drive trains here. Look at this thing. Pascal the Saucer. It's saucer time.
Oh, I didn't go live.
You did not go live. Okay.
Okay, I should be live now. Oh no. I thought I already hit it. I thought I already hit go live.
Nope.
I guess I didn't.
Guess not.
Oh, no. Womp womp. Rookie mistake. I should be live now.
Yes, we're playing games. Alright, so we were talking earlier and you're saying that we're poor. Yeah, I guess we kind of are.
Oh, are we?
A little bit. Not like terribly, though.
314k. So we're not the worst. What, I'm trying to remember what else. So we're trying to get Hazmat 3,
Yes.
right? And Military 3.
But you also wanted to try something.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to figure out first where the station is. So I can... Oh, there is a shop here. Okay, cool. Okay, where's the station, though? I'm having a moment.
I'll say.
Okay, well, you don't have to rub it in.
Yes, I do.
No.
It's the law.
Stop it.
Never.
I don't deserve this hate. Also, welcome in Thomy, Dog, and Daniel. Okay, so we did pay off our fees from last time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so Hazmat 3 is 290k, Military 3 is 400k. But yes, there was something I wanted to try, and I'm going to shamelessly pull it from a recent upload from the YouTube channel Heis, where he also does a playthrough of Derail Valley. And I watched his latest upload, and I just thought it'd be fun to go ahead and try what he was doing as well. Because haha funny. There's only one problem.
I won't see it.
I don't see it. What I want to try, the equipment is not at this current shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sad day. Wamp wamp.
So now what?
I guess we just we just go about our business as normal.
Alright. Did
We
you look
could
at jobs at
try-
all?
I did not. I came over here to the shop just to see if they had what I needed to perform the shenanigans.
Yeah.
I also just ran to the other side of the factory when I didn't need to.
So, what's with these cassette tapes?
Basically, there's a boombox that you can buy, and you can get cassettes to put inside of it. And you'll have music. However, since it's something that you have to put on your person, I don't know how that works between you and me.
Well, you wouldn't hear it, but I would, and anyone watching my stream would.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
But there's no boom boxes here.
No, it seems like depending on what shop you go to is what they do and don't have.
They just sell 2 cassettes.
Yep.
Like literally just 2. They're just sitting
2.
here on the shelf on their own.
Yep. Sad trombone.
Yeah.
Here, let's walk back to the shop a second time. Hello.
Hello.
Huh. I only see one cassette.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Cassette A10 and cassette A16. Both $300.
Yes.
What a steal.
Imagine buying a cassette tape for $300. But
I will take 10, good sir.
you may scoff at it, but I say to you, these are not just any cassette tapes. They are mixed tapes.
Are they?
Well, you said it plays music,
Yeah,
which means they already have preset music, right?
true.
So it's a mixtape.
But I would assume it just means it has one song per cassette.
Oh,
At least that's how it works in Satisfactory.
there's cassettes in a Satisfactory.
Yes, there's the Satisfactory has the same thing. I just never use it. I don't listen to music. I just listen to machines go brrr.
I mean, Satisfactory does have its own music that it plays.
It does, but I mean, you can also turn it off like I do.
But they have cassette tapes.
Yes, and you buy a boombox, and you can take the boombox with you and change the music.
Why would they give you cassette tapes in that game?
I just said to put them in a boombox.
I know that, but why cassette tapes in that game? This game, it makes sense, but why that game?
Reasons and things.
There's no reason.
Yeah, there is. The game was made by...
Made by what?
you know, people that have nostalgia for such things.
Yeah, but the rest of their setting, though, we're like making black hole reactors and everything.
We are not making black hole reactors.
No, that game can. Like singularities and all that.
Yeah, more or less.
And it's like, nope, we're gonna use this cassette tape.
Can you play the cassettes? Well, see, that's the problem I'm trying to tell Nova, is that depending on what shop you go to, they do or don't have certain things.
Yeah, well, I
It's
already
like,
got
yes, I could go buy those cassettes, but I have no way to play them. I need a boombox. I'd have to go buy said boombox.
that. Yeah. There was no confusion on that. My confusion was the presence of cassette tapes in Satisfactory because it doesn't really fit that setting.
You also don't fit that setting.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
When you look at my character in that game, I fit that setting.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then you don't fit it either.
No, I fit in there perfectly.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
If my avatar doesn't look like it fits the setting, then neither does yours because they look almost identical.
Wow, it almost stacked those cassettes perfectly on top of each other.
You bought cassettes,
Yeah, I bought the two that were here.
but you don't even
'Cause I
have a
assume-
boombox. What a waste.
You're a waste. Because I assume that, you know, we're not going to be able to buy those except for here. So, might as well get them.
What a charmed life you live.
Indeed. Except now I need to remember how the hell to... There we go. That's how I do my backpack.
We need to look for a job now.
Yeah, I already looked, and they're not very good.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're kind of dismal at best.
At best, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of logistical hauls, There's 2 freight halls. The most expensive one is 11K.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's garbage, like dumpster fire. There's nothing good here. I vote we leave
Okay.
and go elsewhere.
Where to?
Good question.
And not teleport.
So we're at Goods Factory. We came from Oil Well North, didn't we? Originally?
I
Or
believe so.
that... Okay. Just want to try the steel mill?
I recall us getting some pretty good jobs from there, so yeah.
Yeah, let's try that. We can just take the big guy, the DE6 out. Just use that guy. We are uncoupled, aren't we? Yes, we are. Cool. Turn. Made by fossils? Now that's just mean, dog. How dare you say something like that?
Wow.
I
Shocking.
know. Oh, those are all already on. Okay. Why is it still loud? Oh, you got a door open. Okay.
I do.
Okay.
So we're at GF right now, right?
Yeah, goods factory.
Yeah. I'm going to SM for steel mill.
Yes.
Alright. So we're going to the center of the map, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Where's the place that we tend to always wreck? Where's that between?
Our most famous corner is usually on the way from the steel mill down to the harbor. It's usually the Y to go, like, kind of through the mountainside to come out on the other end where the harbor is at.
Gotcha.
Usually right there. Usually right there, right when we turn left to go, right before we go into that tunnel, seems to be where we wreck the most.
Yeah. Too bad the battle scars are all gone now.
Yeah, I know. Kind of disappointed.
Wiped away by the updates.
Yeah, how dare they? That was history. Now they've been erased from existence.
We still have the VOD, the recordings of history.
The only way they exist.
Yeah, they definitely changed the layout of this cabin.
You think so?
I still cannot get to where I used to Watch. Oh, I got low memory warning. That's fun.
Uh-oh.
Well, this should be the last time I get that warning.
Why is that, Nova?
I don't know. I just feel like it.
Okay.
No, I'm upgrading my computer.
Yay!
And getting a new mouse.
Thank God. That would have been really funny. Go and get a new PC built, get it all together. It still can't stream. Can't hit the live button.
Well,
I keep using my old mouse and it's still double clicking.
I use the keyboard now actually to go live. I'll use the arrow keys.
I know.
And just bypass the mouse entirely.
It's still funny.
It is. But I did forget one thing.
Uh-oh.
My keyboard is a PS2 serial.
Please do not tell me you bought a motherboard that doesn't have a PS2 port.
That is correct. I'm pretty confident it does not, because most motherboards these days do not have one.
Sad day.
Oh, my model's freaking out.
Oh,
That's
I see
not
that.
good.
Yeah, you're barely moving.
Huh. Ooh. Why is it doing that?
Probably has something to do with that low memory warning. Just gonna throw that out there.
This game never really gave me trouble before. I don't get it. Well, I was having... Oh, even OBS is acting poorly.
Don't die, Nova.
I might be dying.
No.
Is my voice still coming through clear?
Your voice is just fine. Your model is not happy.
It is not. The game seems to be running fine. OBS is acting poorly, like the
Oh boy.
audio meters. Guess this is the revenge of my current computer.
It's like I'm not going out without a fight.
Yes, I'm gonna make everything miserable.
Yep.
It seems to be evening out now.
I wonder what was eating up all your memory.
Firefox.
How dare it?
Modern browsers are such memory hogs, it's crazy.
Yes, they are. It's insane.
Did you know Firefox was once called Thunderbird? Or not Thunderbird, Firebird?
Oh,
and it would fit on a diskette.
yeah? Like a floppy?
Yes.
So 1.44 megabytes.
And you could run it. Any computer, just
From said
plop
floppy?
it in, and you just run it, yeah, and it ran really well.
Fascinating.
My point being, that was its origin. It was a lightweight browser that ran better than like Internet Explorer or anything else out there at the time. And look at it now.
It's eaten up all of Nova's memory.
It is. But no worries. My new computer will have 64 gig.
Jesus. I currently have 32.
I currently have 16.
Oh boy. Yeah. Your days of getting by with 16 gigabytes are
Yeah, they're
pretty much
coming to
behind
an
us.
end.
Yep.
But this was the style of the time when I built this computer.
No, it was. Like, you told me the specs of your current PC, and it's like, oh wow, I had a pre-built that had almost the exact same specs. Like, legit.
Yeah, but I built them when they were still good.
Yeah. Because nowadays, it's like I can find that same pre-built, like, on Marketplace, and it's like a $200, $300 PC.
the new computer, I'll be able to crank up all the graphic settings and not have to worry about...
Set everything to extreme.
I will.
Well, you're also not being like me and playing the game in 2K while streaming in 720p.
No, I'm playing in 1080p.
Because my internet is potato.
I believe I'm running it in 1080p and streaming at 1080p.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Though my computer's potato, my internet is not.
Yeah, you have some crazy internet compared to what I have. And I already looked into trying to replace my internet, and apparently I've got a while to wait before there's going to be another option that's worth actually changing to.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Just gotta play the waiting game.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to find a PS2 to USB converter and get that ordered before the computer arrives.
Yeah. Those shouldn't be too hard to hunt down.
No, they're plentiful. It's a matter of finding one that's reliable.
Oh, true. Yeah.
There's a lot of really cheap trash.
Oh yeah.
You remember the USB to PS2 converters?
Yep.
They do make ones that are PS2 to USB, but they're all bad.
Oh no.
The only good ones I found with respectable reviews and stuff on them are the ones that it's like a dongle with like all these cables hanging from it.
What the heck?
It's to support a PS2 mouse and a keyboard, and then take it to USB. But it has like a controller board and everything. And those are apparently the only good ones.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So you gotta go overkill for something basic.
Okay. Let's find a job.
But there's no way I'm upgrading my keyboard.
I mean, you could.
I won't. This venerable beast of a keyboard must live on.
Okay.
Let's see, how old is my keyboard now?
It's a fossil. So there's 4 freight haul down to... Well, there's 3 that go to the harbor in town. There's 1 that goes to machine factory in town.
I think my keyboard is 37 years old.
Jesus.
36
Your keyboard is
or
almost
37.
middle-aged.
36 or 37. Because I'm not sure if I have the 88 or the 89 model. Because they look very similar.
Oh.
Sorry, what were the 2 jobs?
Well, there's 4 actually. Thanks for listening.
I was not. That's why I asked for it again.
Okay. There's 4 jobs, one of which goes to machine factory in town, and the other 3 go to harbor.
Well, I think harbor's the best because we also want a the return of the steam engine, right?
Yeah.
And that's where those are at. At least we know they are.
Yeah. Right.
Keyboard about to have a midlife crisis. This thing's been having a midlife crisis for like years. It's been playing modern games. thinking it's young and cool. It's gonna be playing more modern games too, especially now that I'll have the horsepower to actually run them.
Yeah.
Properly, at least.
All the horse torques.
Alright, I'll also be playing Uma Musume, so...
Oh yeah, that'll be really taxing.
Yeah.
Well, I found one of them.
What keyboard is it? It is an IBM Model M.
Okay, I found both jobs.
Alright.
There we go.
What are they? Like, which lanes?
I already got us lined into the first one.
Alright, what's the first lane?
So, no, I already got us lined in. Like,
well, I was wondering which one I need to watch for to help you guide. So you don't ram the...
if you look at the signs, it'll be B40.
Gotcha.
I also don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay. I'm going to back up.
Alright. I'll spot.
And run you over.
That's impossible. I'm not on that anymore.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Indeed. Just go off the rails, derail just to hit me.
Yep. Yep.
But it won't matter because I'm invulnerable.
Yep. I'll do it just to do it.
It's the principle of the matter.
Oh, yeah. His keyboard is older than Mollington? Yeah, it is.
It is older than Mollington. He's the oldest young man I know.
He really is.
Like, he complains about his age more than someone in their 40s or 50s.
Literally getting ready to bring that up. Yep.
Alright. Car. Half. Quarter. Keep going. You just hit quarter. Stop. Perfect.
Nice.
Imagine using a keyboard that's older than most of your friends. I actually quite like that.
You know it won't die. Ready?
I need to take care of the hand brake. It's down at the other end.
On the other end, yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like it's going to be a minute before I get the brake pressure built up anyway.
It's a pretty long train.
It is a very long train based on this air pressure.
This might be one of the longest we've had, other than, like, the doubles and stuff.
Yeah, now I plan on hooking up another train to this.
It can definitely carry that, right? Or pull that? Alright, nice.
Yep. If not, we'll find out.
It's all set.
Okay.
What's the next one?
It'll be the one on the very end, next to that overhang.
So B7S?
Sure.
Is it empty?
No, wrong side. Other side.
So it's this one right here. More steel beams, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Or steel rails. Yep.
Yeah. It's not older than you, though. I mean, I've got some friends that are older than my keyboard. I will say this for the Model Ms. They're built so sturdy, you can use them for self-defense.
Yes, because most people use their keyboards for that
I'm just
very
saying you
reason.
could. That's how sturdy and heavy it is.
Okay.
It's shockingly heavy because it's all metal inside there.
Right.
Looks like my model and everything's stabilized.
Yeah, you look fine now.
Yeah.
At least on my end, you look okay.
Looks fine on mine.
Cool.
They don't make keyboards like this anymore.
No, they don't.
Used to have a few Model Ms. Too bad you don't have them. They sell for a pretty penny these days.
Yeah. Am I past that switch or no?
I wasn't
No,
following the train.
Oh, what were you doing?
I was waiting for you to start backing up again.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're way past
supposed to
any of the switches.
You're supposed to spot me. What a terrible spotter. Backing up.
Oh my goodness! Did you guys see the switch not work? Oh, my keyboard was, or my mouse was double clicking there.
Oh no.
I watched it start to rotate and then prompt to go back, just from one click.
If it's Nova not paying attention, then it's his mouse double clicking. It's one or the other.
Wait.
What?
Oh. I think I got it lined up, right?
Wait. Which way am I going?
To oblivion.
I'm going the wrong way.
You are?
Yes.
I thought it was this one right here with all these
No.
beams. Rails. Well, you're gonna want to stop. You're gonna about to ram this thing. Stop.
I can't.
Clunk.
That was already full brake.
No damage. Just pushed it back.
Okay.
So, what are you trying to pick up then?
I said the one at the very end next to the overhang right here.
I thought you meant
B10.
I thought you meant this thing over here with the crane.
No, that's a crane. Oh my god.
Well, from a distance, looks like an overhang.
There's literally an awning right here. Oh my god.
So I asked for a number and you wouldn't give it to me. So it's B10, right?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know the number because it won't tell me unless I turn in the job first.
People used to trash these because how plentiful they were. Yeah. Now they're one of the most desirable keyboards around.
At one point, I had one too.
On a more modern computer or an actual like 80s computer or 90s?
It was all old.
Okay. So era appropriate everything.
Yep. It was old enough to have a turbo button.
Nice.
Yep. It was fun to play games with the turbo button turned off.
Alright, you can start backing up.
Okay. Backing up.
And just to confirm, it's definitely these beams, right?
Yes.
Not the rolls? Alright.
Yes. B10. B1 outbound. Pascal isn't a hipster like the rest of us. I mean, I have modern stuff now too, obviously.
Wait, how are you not a hipster?
Wait, I am a hipster? What? I'm confused. What's happening?
What was the comment? I guess I didn't hear it right.
Oh, Daniel said Pascal isn't a hipster like the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, okay. Didn't you just get something old today?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
Alright, well, we'll talk about it in a
feel-
moment. Hang on. Start
Okay.
slowing down. Start slowing down big time. Half, quarter, oh my goodness. And
Some warning would have been nice.
I did warn you.
I have a big train. It takes a long time for it to do anything.
Alright, start backing up.
Okay.
It wasn't a violent collision. Stop. Nope. Yes? Yes. Okay. Stop. Okay.
Good?
Yes.
Okay.
So what did you get?
I got a Nintendo 64. And not any Nintendo 64. A Nintendo 64 from Japan that has been modified to where I can play both Japanese and US games.
Nice. Hey,
And it came with an what?
I need you to check this. It's acting
Why?
weird.
Can you not break things for 5 seconds?
It's not a matter of me breaking it. It's a matter of the game deciding to do its thing. Does it look connected?
Looks fine for me, yeah.
Alright, because it's moving around weird for me.
Okay. Well, you are kind of weird, so fits you.
One of these days, Pascal. One of these days.
One of these days.
POW zoom straight to the moon.
Okay.
Or Omicron Persei 8. For those of the Futurama persuasion.
Just make sure you undo the handbrake.
I did.
Okay.
Or at least it showed it did.
Alright. Jobs are turned in. We are ready to go.
Alright. I wonder how much an old Pentium 2 costs nowadays.
About $350.
That'd be terrible.
I honestly have no idea.
So I wanna get an old computer and use that for old games. I probably need a Pentium 3, actually.
Possibly.
Just to run like stuff from around 2000.
Yeah.
Like Shadows of the
I would say
Empire.
Pentium 3. Yeah, I'd say Pentium 3 would be pretty good.
Yeah. But it's still 32-bit, so no compatibility
Right.
issues. I can run Windows 98, second edition on it. My favorite Windows.
His favorite discs of Windows.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me it arrived already? Because it literally arrived today. It literally showed up today, and it was so funny because it was like, ooh, it's here. I have to drop everything I'm doing to try this out and make sure that it works. And then it turned into me playing Shadows of the Empire for like 30 minutes, almost an hour.
It's a good game.
Yeah. However, I very quickly learned the limitations of trying to play an older video game on a slightly more modern television.
Yeah, I noticed it's all stretched when you're showing me a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't change that. Your TV should have a mode to switch.
It eventually switched on its own.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good TV then.
It is. I'm really thankful that I kept that thing. Because I almost got rid of it, and it's like, you know what? I should probably hold on to that for whatever reason. And thank God I did, because it's a old Vizio, quote-unquote, flat screen. I mean, it's a flat screen LCD television. But it's old enough to where it has all those analog inputs on the back of it.
Nice.
So it's like, you know, I was able to just pull it out of my closet and hook the Nintendo 64 straight up to it.
I think one of my TVs, it's much newer than all that, but I believe it has all those old hookups still.
Yeah.
I think I got it in like 2014.
Yeah.
But it's a very small TV.
Uh-oh, we're overheating.
Is this too much
The
weight?
engine. I guess so. I mean, we're still moving. We are losing speed, though. Uh-oh. We're overheating. We're slowing down.
Should we back up and try to get another train involved?
Nah, we'll be fine.
Alright.
I'm pretty confident we're actually getting close to the crest.
Alright. I got you searching up vintage computers like that hipster PascalSaucer. I hear it.
Yeah, it's like overheating. It hit the second overheat warning.
Oh boy.
Yep, it's going to explode.
Is it?
No. It's just not happy. But we already hit the crest, so...
Smooth sailing from here? Or relatively at
Yeah.
least?
No, it should be smooth sailing. It's all either level or downhill from here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Downhill. With a
Yep.
lot of weight and no stopping
With a
power.
lot of weight. We got dynamic braking. We got dynamic braking and air brakes. We'll be fine. Probably. We spoke today. We spoke today for like 5 minutes at most. And literally all we said was like, it's almost stream time. Yes, it is. And that was about it. If you want to play on a modern TV, get an OSSC. It works wonders. Well, see, so that's something else I'm trying to think of. How I'm gonna... Like, obviously I want to stream me playing the Nintendo 64, but it's also like... I capture it off the Nintendo with the capture card, but then it's also like, do I still need to have it hooked up to something so I can look at it? That I haven't figured out yet. It just means I need to pester you more every day.
Yep.
I honestly are not a very talkative person, so it just feels really awkward having people DM me.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore either.
Okay.
I guess you'll need to make a stream to test it out. Yeah. Or just look up how other people stream playing retro games. Just try to get a better idea on how to do it.
Yeah. Later this year, I plan on either this year or early next year. I plan on getting some stuff to do vintage hardware streaming.
Yeah.
Though I might end up with a VGA adapter sooner than later. Because they're not as expensive as like the full conversion ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of been looking at some reviews there now and then because I do want to start streaming old Macintosh games.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool to try to play like Command & Conquer Red Alert on a vintage PC.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And then eventually I want to get a Pentium 3.
Right.
To run all the old games on. Because I'm really, really sick of fighting, you know...
emulators and whether or not they're actually going to work or not.
Well, it's not even emulators. It's just trying to get old Windows computers to run on Windows 11.
Yeah. I am not looking forward to having to eventually make that upgrade against my will.
11 is terrible.
That's all I've heard.
There was never a time I would say it was good. And I had it installed during the beta period. It still feels like the beta.
That is not very good, because when did it come out?
I don't remember now.
I mean, it's been years.
I think 2018, 2019?
God dang.
The beta, at least. It was like
Still,
a year or
though.
two after I installed it that it officially came out.
Yeah.
So maybe 2020, 2021.
Still though.
And
I mean,
guess
look
what?
how quickly they were rolling out Windows that were like mostly stable, like year after year. Like what the hell?
I mean, Vista was not stable until much later.
Well, I
Windows
mean,
8 was, well, Windows 8.
yeah.
It also was not very stable either.
No,
they're doing the they're still on the every other cycle. Every other Windows is trash.
yeah.
And
Which is
we're currently on the
unfortunate.
trash cycle. But they're forcing you to update. In the past, you didn't have to.
Right. Windows XP remembers.
Yeah, if you did not like Vista, you stuck with XP, which I did. If you didn't like 8, you stuck with 7. If you didn't like Windows Millennium, you stuck with Windows 98.
Yep.
Can you source individual vintage parts and build a vintage PC? You can. Actually, probably one of the best ways to start a vintage computer is to go to a vintage computer convention. There's hardware trades, and there's even times when people are just giving away hardware. Or if you want something that's been perhaps cared for a little bit better, you can usually buy a new computer for like $30. Just a matter of getting to one of those conventions. I would say that'd be the best way to get into vintage computer.
Yeah. It's not like it was back in the day where you could just run into a thrift store and find stuff like that laying around.
Well, even if you do, it's probably like overpriced or doesn't work.
I was thinking more like 10, 15 years ago.
I'm talking modern day.
Yeah.
Like that's the state.
I'd be very surprised if I could walk into a thrift store and see stuff like that laying around.
Sometimes you'll find something.
It ain't gonna be cheap.
No. And
They'll write rare or vintage on it and freaking jack up the price.
Yes. Alright, yeah, those conventions are usually... The ones I'm familiar with are called VCF. And there's a variety. They have VCF East, Midwest, I think. I think West? I'm not sure. They're inconvenient for me to get to, though.
Yeah.
Because usually... I mean, you know, East and Midwest in the U.S. is a big amount of territory.
Yeah, that's a big sweep.
Yeah. I wanted to get one for my nephew, but now I want to get one for myself. Old computers are fun.
They are.
They had more soul to them. Because there was greater limitations, and so programmers and developers had like to work around those limitations more and get really creative with what they're doing.
Makes me think of the great meme of it's one guy on the left, and he's like, "Oh no, I've dropped one frame. Oh my god, it's the end of the world." And then you got the chat on the right side, and it's like an older PC, and it's like beep boop, and it's like, haha, it's thinking.
Yes. Or something along the lines like, dude, I'm running at 4 frames per second. We're winning.
Oh yeah, that one too. That's another good one.
Encarta. Oh my goodness, there's a stream idea. Wait, do I still have my Encarta discs? I might have got rid of them.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. I I don't know. I'd have to check.
Yeah.
Whenever I get an old computer up, I'm going to do an Encarta exploration stream. And we're just going to explore the whole disc. Because I know some of the Encartas had like a game on it. It was an adventure quiz game.
Yeah.
And you went through this like haunted mansion.
Oh.
And you had to answer all these questions to progress to the next room. Or to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
I had Encarta 95, maybe 97, I think 98, and then I stopped getting them. I think Encarta kept going until the mid-2000s.
Oh, wow.
Like 20 teens, or 2010s, I mean. Like 2006, I think was the last one or something like that. I don't know for sure. You can look it up, but it went longer than you'd think it would.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what its last incarnation was.
Maybe it's on a abandoned software site.
Yeah.
Grab that and check it out.
I will say, though, that was really nostalgic, getting the Nintendo hooked up to the TV and not only turning it on and seeing all the load screens like they used to be back in the day, but then also actually loading it up, and it's like, oh my god, it has my save file still on it because they're my games.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot.
There's the moon.
That ain't no moon.
That's the moon.
That ain't no moon.
It is good to us.
Uh-oh.
What?
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
And then we promptly flip over.
No, we're fine.
Alright.
Crisis averted.
He's becoming one of us. Oh, we didn't have the lights on, did we?
No, I realized it's kind of dark outside and I can't see.
Oh, there it is. We arrived. Or just
Look,
about.
it's the harbor.
Almost there, I mean.
Yeah, we just got to go around a few turns and we'll be right there.
So I had an idea.
What's that?
I don't think I still have it, but I had something called a Radeon All-in-Wonder back in the day.
Is that a graphics card?
It is a graphics card, but
Oh.
it had the inputs for, like, it had TV inputs, so you can, like,
capture. I remember those.
Yeah, had one of those.
Yeah.
I doubt I still have
I remember a friend of mine had something similar to that.
Yeah.
And he was actually able to, like, record live television onto his computer.
Yep, used to do that too.
Yep.
You can even hook up the cable to it.
Yep.
But I had the crazy idea of, if I still, by some miracle, still have it, build a vintage computer and then capture that, capturing the console footage. And just have this giant string of hardware.
I see no problems with this in any way.
There actually be no problems at all as long as I play off a monitor hooked up to that computer.
Yeah.
But if I played it off of, like, one of my main monitors, the latency will be nuts.
Oh, yeah. True. So one of these is going to the C yard, and one is going to E.
So, let's see. I think it's Sakit. Wants you to flick the cab light.
Do what now?
Flick the cab light on and off.
Oh, hold on. How's that?
I think. Here, let's try something interesting. Now I'll do it while I'm outside. That'd be kind of cool. Keep it off for a moment, yeah. I'll turn it back on. Nice. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
You have walked in front of me.
I have, that's what happens when we teleport in.
Oh, I left the dynamite brake on. Whoops. Let's see. So, FH15 is on the back. Okay. So I guess let's unhook the back train and then we'll back into the C yard. Or wait, where's the C yard here? Okay, the C yard is right next to us. Okay. So yeah, let's
old steam
unhook
engines.
the back train.
Should be bringing one of those out this stream. In theory.
A game theory.
Assuming the parts are here, I mean.
That too.
I wonder if my new computer will help with the stability issues.
It might. Or it could bring in new ones. Okay, here we go. Huh, it actually let me unhook that, even though you're the one that hooked it in originally.
Huh.
Normally it doesn't like doing that. Let's turn that dynamic brake off.
Oh, it's still on?
That's probably not good for it. Hello.
Hello.
You, want to spot me? Let me know when we get this switch that we're coming up to right now. Just spot me whenever the back of the train gets past it.
Alright.
Because we'll be backing into the C yard.
Yep. That's a train, all right.
It is. It's almost like we're playing a train sim game.
Well, usually we don't have them this long.
No, that too.
All right, you passed it. You were talking about these two switches that we were coming up on before, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we passed them.
Okay. Because I need to turn into that Y so I can back down into the C yard. It goes kind of there behind the...
Do I need to reverse both of them then?
Should just be one. Do I need to hold your hand?
I think I got it.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
You got it. Actually, hold on. Let me... go ahead and go into the C yard and make sure that we're lined into C2 inbound, or C2I.
All right.
And I'll start backing in.
C2I.
Yes. Or C2 inbound.
It doesn't exist.
No!
I blew it up.
I can't believe you would do such a thing.
Should be
Wow.
all set.
It is really bright in this cab.
Really?
Yeah, I'm under the big floodlights in one of the yards, and it's just shining through into the cab.
Oh.
It's just bleached white everything on the inside.
I think I have the switches all set.
I like how you keep saying think with all of your statements. It instills a lot of,
That's because I don't have 100% confidence, but it's very high. But not quite.
Okay. So, floor it.
No.
Okay.
Do you have dispatcher
Also-
license? If yes,
What?
you can change the switches for the station map. Do we have that?
Oh. You know what? You're right. We could.
Thank you.
It's been a minute. Yeah. You can actually do that. I just thought I'd have Nova try to do something. Plus, you gotta realize, too, I've been playing this for quite a while, and that used to not be a thing. So I've been very used to trying to do this manually by myself. So, I just need to remind
Old
myself
habits.
that... Yeah, old habits die hard. I just need to
Yep.
try to relearn it. Or just remember in general. Because it wasn't until someone mentioned that, and it's like, oh yeah, you can do that. Also, welcome in, Resico. How's it going tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Just playing some Derail Valley with Nova Crusader. And I got a Nintendo 64 in today. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Oh yeah, we went way past the sign. We didn't go past the other sign on the other end, did we?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure how long this thing was.
We actually have a little ways to go still.
Okay, well, I mean, we're in the middle. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unhitch us and set a parking brake.
On the way.
Okay.
I was sitting on the other end.
I noticed.
It will be a good day to replace this mouse. Oh my goodness. Lever. Alright, all good.
Okay. Now we'll go fetch the other train.
Build 99 introduced this. Alt Future has mentioned it in their video.
Yeah. I am fully aware. Like I said, old habits really do die hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have it. Where is it? The route. Well, the route map you can do some of it with, and then yeah, the station map you can do it too. Yeah, it's got them all right there. But what's all the fun in just doing it on a piece of paper you're holding out in front of you? We can actually go out and flick it by hand. It's so much fun.
Pascal's a handsy guy.
Oh boy. That can be interpreted in multiple ways.
Just ask Mollington.
Oh no!
Okay. Wait. There. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it.
I was using the station map
Yeah.
to do that.
What if I changed it while we're halfway through?
We will train drift until the locomotive falls off the tracks.
Also, your backlights are not on.
Oh no!
Regulation. Also, it will help with spotting.
Well, if it's regulation, I need to change the front lights then. There we go. There we go.
Forbidden drift. That's right. Car. Half. Quarter. Your brakes work now. Stop. Stop. Can it
Good?
reach? I'm gonna hang on. Oh, it's just shy. Just shy. Stop. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yay.
Did you put the handbrake on?
Yes.
Alright. It's all good.
Cool. All right. Pascal is handy? Yeah. Indeed I am.
Not quite the word I used.
Just don't make it weird.
I'm not.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, despite my computer chugging along at the beginning of the stream, I haven't dropped any frames.
That's good at least.
Yeah. I mean, the game has dropped frames, but not the stream.
Yeah. That's okay. Boy, that is a lot easier.
What is? Oh, changing the switches in the map.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't feel realistic because it's like I'm just pulling up a piece of paper and pressing on the map. It's like that's just the point of realistic mode is that you can't really do that.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be like calling in for?
Yeah, you'd have to call into.
So the map is kind of a simulation for calling it in.
Yeah, it is. Still though.
Yeah, we need some like Uncanny Valley NPCs walking around doing it.
Yeah. Are we past the sign?
Yeah.
Oh. Alrighty. All right. Set a handbrake and we'll turn that one in.
It's engaged.
Cool. Yippee. We now have $417,000.
Nice. You should check to
And we
see if
have
they have the
a-
parts.
Yeah, let me go check and see. I'm hoping since it's the harbor and it's a bigger town that it will, but we'll see.
It seems like everything is here just about.
Yeah. Sad trombone.
They don't.
It is not here.
Oof. So where do they sell it then? That's weird, it wouldn't be here.
That is a good question. So I remember, pretty sure whenever I watched it on Heiss's YouTube channel, it was over at the machine. I think it was at the yeah, it was like Machine Factory is where it was at, where he bought his. So I don't know, it's probably up there.
So, was there a job going there?
Yeah, but it was only one job.
I mean, if we need to go there, get the parts. Because even if we can't do it this stream, we would have it for next stream.
True.
Because your inventory doesn't go away.
Nope. I guess I could look and see if there's a job going back up that way.
Yeah. The harbor looks rather pretty. The locations in the stream have been nice. Agreed.
Yeah. Plus it has a totally different mood when it's nighttime.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It seems like it's more nighttime than day. Even though it really isn't.
No, it's... Oh. Thought I saw Mollington. Never mind.
Mollington?
A Mollington, you know, a cat.
I mean, there should be some.
I know, I said I thought I saw one, which is why I stopped mid-sentence. Because I quickly spun around to see. But there was nothing there. Is there, in sandbox mode, can you change the weather?
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Oh, here's one job. Goes to the machine factory. So there's two jobs that go up there.
Nice. How they look, though?
Let's see. One is deliver acetylene, and the other one is deliver cryo-oxygen.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Alright.
What? I mean, they're liquids and gases.
Yeah.
And one's 90 tons, the other is 72. So, God, it doesn't weigh nothing. So, yeah.
Let's do that then.
Let's see if we can't find these.
What are you looking for?
FH21 and FH82. Both trains will be like tank cars, it looks like. Well, here's one. I already found that already.
Alright.
Question is where's the other one?
Well, what were the numbers?
One is FH82, which I already found.
Alright.
Hold on.
Use the job overview mod. We can't really use mods because of the multiplayer
FH21 is
mod
the
we're
other
using.
one. Yeah, we're kind of
cause
concerned about
issues.
using... Like, it's not that big of a deal, it seems like, if you're just playing single player by yourself, but it seems like it's asking a lot to try to do other mods on top of the multiplayer mod, it seems like.
Yeah, we have enough desyncing issues as is, so...
Yeah, we really do. We really do.
We kind of avoid mods other than maybe ones that would change appearances, because those don't impact anything, but we haven't ran any of those either.
Yeah, we have it.
Kind of just been running the game normal. So you said FH82 and 21?
Yeah, I've already found FH82. It's like 2 tracks over from where we're at in the E yard.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm just trying to find this other one.
It's easy to get lost here.
It is. No, it's not over here.
I'm curious just how loud is my keyboard coming through.
I mean, I can definitely hear it. Huh.
Yeah, I looked at this one.
Okay, I have no idea where this thing is at. Huh.
Would the map show us? Or never mind, it wouldn't.
No. Oh, I wonder if it's one of those where, although it's a liquid or a gas, it's technically like in a box car.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet it's one of these. Well, it's not really a box car, it's a shipping container.
Yeah.
Yep, I found it.
Alright.
Okay. So we're uncoupled, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Guess I'll go service this thing and get it turned around.
Very loud, I love it. It's honestly not distracting. Sounds like you're moving a lever. Well, those are technically switches, but...
Strangely enough, most of the stream seems to have been on nighttime. It really does feel like nighttime is a lot longer in this game.
Well, one thing on that though, when we first joined the game, we joined like 10 minutes before the stream, and it was daylight.
Yeah.
And we had just completed a haul last stream,
We did.
so we just finished out the day. Just in addition to the job booklet. Hey, yeah, we can give it a try. I'll probably try it off stream though first. Might be worth looking into though. The job overview mod.
Yeah.
If it shows that it's not causing any issues, then we can probably incorporate it. Which one are you going for first? Oh yeah, you're servicing. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm just working on trying to get the locomotive serviced and turned around. I just had to get to the end of the yard and set a couple switches so I can go straight through. I love nighttime streams. Like I said, it has a totally different feel for the game doing this at night versus doing it at day. How long is a day in the game? That is a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. And it seems like we cycle through a day at least once during stream.
Definitely despawned one of the trains we had here.
Which one?
We had another I don't know which one we had here. I just know that we had one of these rails with another engine here. And it's gone now.
Oh,
I forget what
yeah,
we had though. That was a while ago. It probably got removed with one of the updates.
It probably did, more than likely.
You have a watch and backpack. I do not.
Yeah, Nova probably doesn't.
I am limited in what I can, what I keep. I have a default set of items with the multiplayer mod, and each time I rejoin, it resets everything. So I can't even carry a shovel. If I reconnect, the shovel goes away.
Yep, that makes driving a steam locomotive a little difficult. Just because I'm usually the one trying to be the engineer and Nova be the fireman, but he can't be a fireman because he never has a shovel.
Yeah, so I take over engineer.
And then we crash.
Only once. I was doing pretty well with it. It's just that particular turn I have a problem with. Yeah. I like this thing.
Okay.
Mainly because Pascal hates it.
What?
Nothing.
What are you talking about? If you're talking about something I hate in game, it must be a diesel mechanical. There we go.
Alright. Diesel mechanical is unlocked. I have actually driven one on stream before.
Yeah, we have. It was terrible. Hated every moment of it.
I don't think you were in with me.
Yeah, it was.
Well, then there was another time when I drove it when you were not there. Because you were turning around the main train we were using. And I hopped into it and pursued you.
I remember now.
I thought it was kind of fun. Alright, so turning this thing around. Do you want me to try it?
Sure, what's the worst that could happen?
We already know what can happen.
It dies. Pull the lever.
What do we get?
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Makes a wonderful noise.
Visually it's not so hot looking.
Okay. Okay, you can stop. Nice.
Are you still on the rail is the question.
Looks like it.
Yeah, alright. Sun's starting to come out.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I forgot to set it to go forward. Whoopsie. There we go.
There's a map guide in station where what cargo goes to where. Might help to find the jobs easier. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think right now we're just trying to see if we can get the parts that I want.
Well, you're saying for finding the cars that we're looking for.
Oh, right.
I don't remember it being a diesel mechanical. What, was I driving a hydraulic? I don't think we had that hydraulic unlocked.
No, we just unlocked the hydraulic last stream, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, we'd never been in that one. So it was the mechanical. I forget, why don't you like the mechanical again?
Because it's got a manual transmission and you gotta shift it.
Isn't that part of the fun?
No, it sucks. I don't like it. I was gonna say, out of all of them, it's the only one we haven't tried is the diesel hydraulic. Tried all the other ones.
I want to try hydraulic sometime.
Yeah, we should.
So how many jobs are we taking?
Just 2.
Okay. We'll take the mechanical at some point. I'll just drive it. Oh.
Saw anime girl flying.
Nope.
Nope, there she is again.
Oh, I can't teleport up there. Half? Keep going. The M3 blasts in your face if you gear shifts are wrong. I mean, that sounds like content. We should definitely use a mechanical. Keep going, you're not there yet. And stop. Oh, I didn't expect it to stop quite that quick. A little bit more.
Oh.
Just a little bit more. There, stop. Alright, all set.
Cool.
That was a weird graphical glitch. Oh, why is it doing that?
I don't know. Why don't you ask it?
Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm gonna be saying goodbye to this graphics card in a week.
Okay.
Don't need to fix anything. I mean, the computer parts are arriving Friday, so it'll be a week until the next derail. I should have a new computer then. What are you doing?
Oh, I was getting my trains mixed up.
Oh.
Need to go farther over. Okay.
Speed. It's so funny watching the models zoom along like that.
Yeah.
Imagine next stream everything looks photorealistic. The cats will look like Mulliton's model. That's a little too realistic for me.
Yeah.
Also, even with my graphic settings down, it doesn't look that different from Pascal's.
No.
The game just kind of has its own look in general.
It does.
About a car. Half. Keep going. About a quarter. Stop. Oh. A little bit more. Stop. There we go.
Yay. Now the next question is do we actually do this?
Oh, because of the time?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Okay, I guess we'll just do it.
Alright.
Kind of stupid to do all that work and they go, okay, we're done. Okay, bye.
We'll pick it up next week. Alright, all set.
Cool. I already turned both chops in, so we can leave.
Nice. Pascal's running his
Yeah.
game off in Nintendo 64.
That is not true.
PlayStation is capable of, what was that whole thing? It's capable of creating astounding special effects, I think it was.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna run this off a PlayStation. Did you ever look at the clock speeds of old consoles?
I have.
It's kind of astounding what some of them were able to do with their speed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had no overhead, but still.
True. I was thinking that after I had played some Shadows of the Empire, and it's like I'm touching the N64, and it's like, man, this thing's not even warm.
Well, that's an older game. You might be able to warm it up with Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
Perfect Dark.
I didn't realize that Shadows of the Empire was a more early release game for that Nintendo.
Yeah.
96.
Perfect Dark might cook it.
It might.
The emotion engine in the PS2 is basically missile components. Neat. Goodbye, Harbor.
More derail and more Pascal is always a good thing. Yeah. Still trying to figure out what I could do to try to stream more with my current streaming setup and living situation.
You never heard that? It was a meme even back in the day. The hyperbole was just absurd. I mean, I might have remembered that back then. I just forgot. After the fall of the Dreamcast, I became less invested in consoles.
Yeah.
Like, I have a GameCube, I have a PlayStation 2, never borrowed the original Xbox. Or, as in buying one. I had a friend that had one, and so we played on that, but I didn't feel the need to actually get one for myself.
Right.
And then I did get a 360, a PS3, and a Wii, and that was pretty much the last time I bought any of that.
Yeah.
I don't have a PS4 or a 5, none of the newer Xboxes. I have a Switch, but I regret buying it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I had a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360, but those got left somewhere. I don't have them anymore. Pretty sure anyway. I don't know if somebody grabbed them or not. I know I don't have them. And yeah, the last console I bought was a Xbox One X.
Huh.
So.
Speaking of old machines doing crazy things. Yeah, I remember the high definition graphics on the Genesis. I remember that on there. You know one of the dumbest things I ever did with my old consoles?
What's that?
I sold a Genesis A, the first Genesis.
Yeah.
And then bought a Model 3.
Well,
You probably don't even know what that means.
I have no idea.
The Model 3 was kind of
I assume it's similar to going from the original PlayStation to the PS1.
Yes, that's exactly it. The PSX to the PS1. It was the first PlayStation, had CD-ROM issues. Like, really bad ones. So they then released the PSX, which had it corrected. That's pain. Yeah, it was. I don't know what I was thinking. I pretty much...
Clearly you weren't.
Now, the Genesis 3 just came out. I'm like, wow, look at that thing. It looks really cool. And it's smaller. I like the idea of being able to easily store it.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, this thing is kind of underpowered. Does not support stereo sound, which was like, why? Like, one of the best things about the Genesis was its audio. And I gave that up. I still have my Genesis 3, though. And guess what? Its small size is handy.
Yeah.
There's some mods for it, though, to give it S-video. And to make it stereo again. Might look into it, possibly. But it'll never be able to run a 32X or a Sega CD if I ever somehow came across them.
Yeah.
I have the same exact trajectory as you. I did eventually get a PS4 at a thrift store after the PS5 came out, only to play a single game. I actually bought the original I got my PlayStation, the first one, only to play Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8. I even bought X4 and Mega Man 8 a year before I even got the PlayStation. Because I saw them, I'm like, oh, these are kind of hard to find at the moment. I'm going to buy them now. Like, I was pretty committed to the Mega Man games then. And I bought a Switch for Pokemon Violet, and that was like a terrible decision. Pokemon Violet's okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Violet or is it Scarlet? I think it's Scarlet. I don't know. It's at best an okay game. I thought it was fun enough because it was 3D and that was my first 3D Pokemon game, so it's something new compared to the 2D ones. But that's the only thing that kept my interest, really, was the new experience of it. And then once I was pretty much done with it, I'm like, this is kind of not that great.
Yeah.
Especially the co-op. I think I told you this before.
I think you have.
But yeah, the co-op in it is terrible. And that was the main thing I was looking forward to. Also didn't help that I was supposed to play with a group of friends and they all just raced ahead.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I guess we're not playing together now. And then one of them dropped the game completely, and it's just like, this was not
Sad.
worth getting into. And then I tried using the Switch as a media device for streaming services.
Yeah.
And its Wi-Fi is so bad, it kept dropping out all the time. I thought there was a problem with my router, but then I started my PS3 and it's like, nope, this thing has zero connection issues. It's the Switch.
Yeah.
And then
That's too bad.
I bought like a $15 Roku, and it outperforms the Switch so bad. The Vita's when I gave up on modern consoles and went full retro. I still loathe Sony for what they did to the Vita and its consumer base. I never got a Vita, but I always wanted one. And then, yeah, then it all crashed and I didn't bother. Instead, I bought an Xperia Play. Are you familiar with that, Pascal?
I am not.
So it's an Android smartphone with a Sony endorsed PlayStation emulator pre-installed.
Huh.
And you can slide, you know how old smartphones you could slide down a keyboard?
Right.
Well, this one, it would slide out the side, you know, the long edge of the phone, and it would pull out a whole PlayStation controller.
Wow.
Minus R2 and L2. Didn't have those.
Yeah.
But it had ways to simulate them using some trackpads.
Huh.
And that thing was amazing. Other than they put the onboard storage was terrible on it.
Oh.
So like you're constantly having issues with storage. But
Did you add more memory or no?
You could add an SD card, but
Okay.
like certain software would not run off the SD card back then.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of key software had to be on board, and it was just like, I'm constantly running out of space.
Sad.
It was. But it ran PlayStation games perfectly. It also ran, as you can guess, Super Nintendo, Genesis, all those things, and it was in your pocket all the time. So I was able to play a bunch of old games on it.
Nice.
And they wanted you to buy PlayStation games from their store, and they offered like 8 games. Yeah. But there was an easier way to sideload games, so I just did that. But the Xperia Play was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I still have it, but no reason to use it now. I have a Steam Deck. The Vita was the Switch if the Switch was good. That's what I've always heard. Plus the Vita just looks cooler than the Switch. Also, while the Joy-Cons have a lot of problems, I did think having them detachable was a neat trick. And then you just put your Switch in the dock.
Yeah.
Cool idea, but I think the execution left much to be desired.
Yeah.
As the Joy-Cons were cheap and terrible.
Yeah. It's just modern day Nintendo.
Yeah. Very flimsy. When I bought my Switch and took it out of the box, when I was holding it, I'm like, this is so cheap feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could tell it was not worth the amount that I spent on it.
Yeah.
always wanted to get the Xperia play. But I got the PSP Go instead. Still use it for music and casual gaming from time to time. Very nice. I didn't bother with the PSP Go because I had a PSP, I think, 2000? I think it was the 2000. So I didn't really see a need to go for the Go. Haha.
Haha.
What mobile Nintendo consoles did you have, if any?
Nintendo?
Yeah.
I literally only had the Nintendo 64.
Oh, so you didn't get any of their handhelds?
I've never had a handheld game console ever.
Oof. Never touched a Game Boy.
I've touched a Game Boy.
So you have
and
played
a Game
on
Boy
it before,
Color.
then?
I've played on them before,
Okay.
but I never owned one.
Alright, that's cool at least.
Yeah. I remember having my aunt would visit from out of town, and she would bring her original Game Boy, and it was always the big thing between my siblings to get a chance to try to play on it. And you play Mario on it.
Nice. Which one?
I think what was it? Pretty sure it was the original.
So just Mario Land?
Yeah, just Mario Land.
All the Mario Land games were just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't think I ever beat it, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. Ever played the original
But it
Kirby?
also didn't help. Maybe?
I love the original Kirby so much. Such a good game.
I played it at a friend's house. It wasn't on my aunt's Game Boy. It was at a friend's house. But it's kind of the same thing. It was like, since I could only spend such a short amount of time playing, I never really finished any of it.
Yeah. I got my Switch Lite, terrible machine, most Vita wannabe console. I had a friend that had a Switch Lite, and everyone made fun of him for buying it. And he's like, no, it's fine. It's exactly what I need it to be. And then, not long, like just a year after he got it, he was having all these issues with it not being able to run games well, and he ended up selling it and buying a full Switch. Like, it's terrible that Nintendo released hardware that could not play games on their console. Like, well, they started out with the 3DS, where it's like, here's the new 3DS. It can run the latest games. But your old 3DS can't run them very well at all. And it's like, why did you do this?
Yeah, what is up with that?
And they did that with the Switch as well. They had enough hardware revisions where older Switches could not run certain games well. Or the Switch Lite, for that matter, 'cause that thing was garbage.
Kinda glad I just avoided handhelds.
No. There's so many good ones. Pretty much anything DS back was, I think, phenomenal. From Nintendo or Sega.
Yeah.
Although the Neo Geo Pocket was apparently really good. Also, technically, I guess the DS was good for the time. Though I definitely prefer the PSP to it. That Game Gear was so much fun. And 8-year batteries. I had a friend that had this giant battery pack for his Game Gear.
Yeah.
It was just colossal. It was really funny to see. But it was rechargeable.
Bro, you missed out on the PSP. That thing was fire. One of my friends, their sister had one, and oh my god, it was like every single time I would go over to his house, his sister was just always playing it.
There's a reason for that. There were quite a few good games for the PSP.
Yeah. I think I borrowed it. I say borrow. I played it whenever I was at their house, and she somehow wasn't playing it, and I played one racing game on it. But yeah, I didn't really keep playing. I was just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just kind of one of those like how it is today, where you have, you know, console wars versus PC wars, but it was like that with consoles and handhelds. It's like, oh, a handheld, it's so inferior.
I always considered handhelds as a different experience. But generally, yeah, they were inferior to their release counterparts.
Yeah.
Game Boy is not as strong as the NES. Or a Super NES at that point.
Yeah.
But it had its own unique experience, so that's what made it fun.
I suppose.
Plus, it was on the go. You played in a car.
I mean, you could do the same thing with the PlayStation.
Or at school. Not the same way. Like, you can't just go out to recess and play your PlayStation out in the playground.
No.
So instead, you pulled out your Game Boy or your Game Gear and you played that.
Or you just sat there and suffered.
Or that. Is that what you did?
Yep.
You didn't go and play kickball or anything?
I mean, I played sports up until I got into band. And then once I got in the band, it was just like, you know, pretty much all of my spare time was just practicing.
Sad.
And then I got out of band because I didn't want to do this stupid marching crap.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It's like I wanted to do like the orchestra stuff like I had been doing. And then it's like, oh, well, if you're going into high school playing the trombone, you're going to have to do the marching band stuff. And it's like they had us like go play with the high school band. Like we were still in middle school, but we went and played with the high school band.
Yeah.
At a football game, I did that one time, and I'm just like, this is not for me. I am getting out of this.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Yeah, I played violin, so...
You play instruments, Pascal? I do, but I am no master in any of them.
Certainly not now.
Certainly not now. The only thing I had like actual experience in for like years and actually playing it every day was the trombone. And whenever I did play it, I played it really, really well. Because I was pretty much after... It was either after the first or second semester of 6th grade on, I was first chair. Always. No one beat me. There was no way. It was impossible.
You're a sweaty tryhard.
I was.
Nice.
That's why I
You're so
really like
toxic.
hearing. Yes, that, and that's also why I really like hearing the stories about Pippa talking about playing in band, because I was the exact same way.
Yeah.
I was constantly practicing, constantly trying to do stuff to improve how I played.
I did not have that drive with my violin.
Yeah.
I was very distracted with drawing. Like I am now.
I somehow was still drawing at that time.
Nice.
But it's like, so, like the most practice that I've had playing an instrument is trombone, but it's like I have dabbled in playing guitar, playing the piano, and also playing the organ. Because for a while I actually
And
had like
recorder.
and a recorder. Because
Everyone pretty much plays recorder.
everybody started on it with a recorder at one point.
Yeah. I never got a hang of it.
I did okay.
I pretty much did the whole try to mimic the hand motions the best I could and just not, push air through it.
Yeah.
And if the teacher walked by me, then I would start. So it made noise.
Yeah.
But I hated that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play violin. I eventually switched to the viola. I pretty much did that through high school and then haven't touched it since.
I mean, I kind of did the same thing. It's like I got out of the band orchestra thing, and then I was actually playing up at one of the churches that I was going to at the time. I was playing with their orchestra, so I wouldn't get out of practice. And then there was a pretty good, what do you want to call it? I still was not what I would consider good enough to try to play in the church orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the other trombone player that I played with was one of the guys that I played with. We went to the same school. So it was him, and then there was another trombone player, but she almost never played. So it's like she knew how to play really, really well, but it was hard to get her to mentor me because she was never there to play. So I just kind of felt like I was at a dead end trying to learn how to play the trombone, and I eventually just stopped playing in the orchestra, and then just stopped playing the trombone altogether.
Gotcha. I love the Game Gear. Had strengths over the Sega Master System. PSP was on par with the Dreamcast, and the Vita matched the 360. Yeah, it's pretty good matchups, I'd say. However, you forgot one. The Sega Nomad was just as good as a Genesis. Haha. Sega Nomad was a mobile Sega Genesis. So it was as good as a Sega Genesis. But it was pretty cool. It could output video to a screen, or TV, and even had a port for a second controller. So you could even play two-player games on the go for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Because it would eat batteries, because it was still a Sega Genesis.
Dang.
It was never intended to be a mobile console.
Speaking of art, I'd love to see you pick that up one day. Yeah, I'll just kind of dabble in it here and there, and honestly, all I'm really doing is I'll render some AI art, and I'll just go in there and edit it. And that's about it. I don't know what it is. It's just, well, I know exactly what it is. I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
It's
I hope you're able to move past it eventually and start
yeah,
drawing again.
we'll see. It's just hard to get past the fact that you try to get back into something because it seems like the person liked what you were doing, and then later on they're like, well, I just kind of get tired of looking at that stuff now, and it's just like, oh, well, me going through all this effort trying to learn how to do it again feels kind of pointless, so just dropped it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to things not popping in anymore. I'm watching some of the trees. We're coming. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I got to switch right.
Yeah, I just can't remember which train needs to be on this one.
I consider the Nomad a full-fledged Genesis. They had one game it couldn't play to completion, and that is X-Men. The reset button was needed to finish the game. My goodness. I still consider the Nomad a mobile or a handheld console. Because it is, but it's also a full-fledged Genesis. So it's like a interesting duality. One of my friends has a Nomad. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so it's the first train that needs to stop here. Guess I should have gone in on C4I first. Oh well.
Oh well.
Guess I'll just back up.
Was the claw moving?
Claw moving?
I keep talking myself out getting Sega handhelds. I love them a lot, but I don't leave the house. At this point, I would like a Nomad just for the collector aspect of it. Because there's almost no reason to use old handhelds.
Yeah.
Other than it's cool playing on the old hardware, but you can still play the game effectively through other devices now. But I suppose if you want to understand how the game was meant to be played, you know, playing on the original is best. You can play a PSP controller on a full, or a PSP game with a full controller, but you'll never experience the proper claw formation that was needed in some of the games on that.
Hmm.
And the knuckle pain that it would cause you. Because you have your finger at this weird claw shape.
Okay.
Are we delivering this the further back one?
Yes.
It's
Just,
in position, right?
yes, it's where it should be.
Alright.
Uncouple and set a handbrake.
All set.
Is that far enough or no?
I'd keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like I stopped on it.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Also, if you have a PSP, check on the battery. They tend to swell and explode and can damage your PSP. Because my PSP's battery started swelling and was bulging the cover off of it. So I had to get rid of it. The battery, I mean. I still have the console.
Are we lined in?
Where are we going?
C3I. It should just be right next to where we were. Or straight through.
It should be set now.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh no, your internet died. Sorry about that, Daniel.
Uh-oh.
I think it's back because he's talking again. Or he's on his phone. I don't know which.
Oh, yeah. I am also glad that my ISP has held up.
Yeah, it was pretty spotty for a while there.
It was, and it's getting very annoying.
In position.
Yep.
All set.
Nice. We got paid.
Yippee.
Now have 504,000. 880.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gonna check the shop?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now. If I can remember where it is. There it is. It is here.
What is it?
The universal control stand.
Where? Oh, never mind. We have
and the mount stand.
different instances.
That we do.
That's the wireless MU controller.
Still have not seen a radio. There's 2 more cassettes here. No radio.
Sad.
It is.
Did you buy them?
Working on it.
All right. I'm getting a new PSP mod that
Got 'em.
runs it into a home console. Nice. Did you
Yeah,
want to install them next stream, or do you want to do it now?
Well, I'm also realizing too, it's like I don't have any way to install this stuff.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna need either I'm gonna need solder. Is there a soldering iron here?
They got duct tape.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna have to. Oh, hello. I'm gonna need I need a soldering iron to solder with. There isn't one here. Huh. And then I also technically need to attach it with screws, but yeah, I think duct tape would work.
They definitely have
fine.
wire here.
Yeah, it's like I see the solder, but there's no soldering iron, no soldering gun. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, so much for that.
Next time.
Next time, I guess.
Yep.
Oh well.
Indeed.
Indeed.
All right. Well, we'll call it here then.
Sounds good. Oh joy.
Yippee. All right.
Yippee.
Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, I have Star Wars Dark Forces. We'll see how far we can get into that before I hit a roadblock. And then Wednesday, it'll be Pascal and I again. That time in Satisfactory. And Friday will be Marathon Infinity. And Saturday, we'll see what happens. I might be building the computer that day, or I might do it Friday. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Might just do it Saturday and not stream. Or if I do, it'd probably be later in the day, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And catch you all later. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Otsu Saucer. Otsu Nova.
Saucer. Otsu Nova. It's saucer time.
Nope.
Or was.
Saucer time is over.
Saucer time is over. Sad.
Whamp, whamp. So sad.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Have some bird.